Surrey South.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker. The Minister's right. We have lost more than 2,500 people in British Columbia last year to overdose, and yet this government puts no focus on prevention. No warnings on the dangers of using drugs, whether they are illicit drugs or prescription drugs. And these publicly available online platforms make purchasing deadly illicit drugs as normal as shopping for online groceries. The websites list drugs such as ketamine, pressed Xanax tablets, and cocaine off the brick Superman, each with glossy photos and enticing descriptions. And shockingly, illicit cocaine is marketed as, and I quote, safe supply. The commercialization of cocaine has arrived, bolstered by the NDP government messaging about destigmatizing drugs and dangerously named safe supply. So my question, Mr. Speaker, is when will the Premier protect our youth from drugs and finally put an end to his failed decriminalization policies?
Minister.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker, and thanks to the member for raising what I think we all agree is a really important issue with respect to how we talk with youth in these times in the context of the toxic drug supply. That's a very important issue. We agree on that. And that's why, Honourable Speaker, we have a campaign that is targeted to pointing kids to the dangers of the illicit drug supply right now. That's why we have helpstartshere.bc.ca, and I would implore anyone who needs help to reach out to the supports that are available through that website. It is imperative that we work upstream, that we work in a preventative way, which is why we have 35 boundary sites, Honourable Speaker. That's why we just announced an additional 8 integrated child and youth mental health teams. We have never seen the kind of investment we're making in our youth in terms of supporting their mental health in these times. We're going to continue to do that work.
Surrey South supplemental.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker. The Minister mentions her website, and I wonder how many youth actually access that website compared to this website. These digital drug dens, they're just a click away. And with the normalization of illicit drug use thriving under the NDP and the marketing that aggressively targets our youth, one of the Facebook ads features a double points promo, promising double the rewards points on illicit drug purchases until May 3rd, turning addiction into a loyalty program, Mr. Speaker, from Molly gummy bears to LSD Oreo cookies. These drugs are peddled as candy. Decriminalizing and normalizing illicit drug use, it's a catastrophic NDP policy failure. So my question, Mr. Speaker, is when will the Premier wake up to the wave of addiction caused by his policies and scrap his decriminalization nightmare?
Minister.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker. Frankly, the member is simply wrong to suggest that we support the marketing by organized crime that is preying on young people in our communities. To suggest that we're not just as concerned is, everybody in this House, every single person in this House, every single person across our healthcare system, across our child and mental health system is concerned to ensure that we are providing as many supports as possible to children and youth. That is why we are investing in all of the upstream supports. It is why we are working with experts on how we best engage with youth and talk with youth. It's why our health authorities have outreach workers working with youth, street entrenched youth, to try and connect them to services, to try and build trust. That's the work that we have to come together to do. We should all be together in this House against organized crime who are preying on our young people. That's the responsibility of every member in this House.